Funny you mentioned that because I was literally talking about that earlier today. It's a series, yeah. I'm playing the first game first, of course. But I was talking to Jackie earlier, and I was saying, yeah, honestly kind of surprised that I didn't become a furry because I'm pretty sure a lot of people this series was kind of their furry awakening because, Ratchet himself he isn't any specific animal, but he's very obviously a furry. And the second game has a tall, sexy woman furry of his species, so even then, YouTube animation memes, it might be even worse, actually. Oh, you can see my wonderful thing here. You like that? The wow. Yo, yow. Oh, God. Yeah, I had never noticed until I downloaded this specific wallpaper that the kid has sand all over his fucking face. Like, he was very obviously just like, use some sand. Oh, before I start though, check this out. I made a chat bot. And I also repurposed a throwaway Discord into a stream Discord for people who aren't in the Princeton server. If I have anybody ever who's watching that isn't specifically from there. But I also have the best, the Smitty fan server, exactly. This is working, yeah. So there is an extra one, a secret one, if you will. I gotta open up my code to make sure that I remember what it is. If you type in "What's up, RoboKing" and ask to have like an apostrophe on the "what's" and ask to have a question mark at the end of RoboKing, if you type that, he will respond to you, and that works for everybody. All of these work for everybody. So you can do YouTube, Twitter, or Discord, and you can find a link in all of those. But if you ask RoboKing what's up, he will respond. Specifically, if you go like this. So, with that commanded plantain chips, fancy. If you type in What's Up Robo King, it pulls from a list of Robo King sayings that I've been putting together. So if you have any recommendations of what I should put on there, feel free to recommend them. But at any given moment, you can type that exact phrase, "What's up, Robo King?" He'll say he'll have something to say. I gotta make a new game. The cutscenes in this game are very good. Thanks, Secman. You're welcome for the bot.
Final step, attach robotic ignition system. Thank you for using help desk technology.
One second. Oh, hello. Hello, Secman. You're a new member. Glad to have you. Hope you like Ratchet and Clank. Over a small bit. That's good. Also, I'm gonna be playing all of them on a PS3. Because the originals are PS2.
Welcome
but
to the Gadgetron
they released remasters, not
remasters,
remasters, just HD ports of each of them on the PS3. It's a great game. I agree. I may not be able to understand everything that you put in chat, by the way, because I haven't. I'm a smelly American, and I haven't taken a Spanish class since. I want to say almost 10 years, maybe. No, less than 10 years. Maybe like. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I understood. Like, I still remember a bunch of basic stuff. Like, if I read it enough, I can be like, oh, yeah, I understand that. Also, no, you haven't missed any story. All you've missed is that, Ratchet is trying to build a spaceship, and Clank just got built, but he was a defect in the robot production line. And he just crash landed, and Ratchet's gonna go check out what happened. Because this is the origin of how they met. It's the first game, of course.
Gadgetron's OmniWrench 8000 includes a new feature. Use the R1 button and then press
I'm gonna
the
turn
square
the
button.
volume down a little bit. Just a small bit. It's to like 30. Drop down's like 20 should be good. It isn't the loudest game on earth.
That's nanotech. It never uses an injury. Let Gadgetron's patented nanotech system rebuild your body from the inside out.
Well, you say that, but in the Ratchet and Clank world, or universe, I guess, because there's a lot of worlds, they use bolts. Like, the things that I'm collecting are bolts, and they're the currency, so you, like, buy stuff with them. Like weapons. And ammo for your weapons. Yeah, you start out with one weapon, or two weapons. You have your Omni Wrench, which is your melee that you have in every game. And then Ratchet also starts out with the Bomb Glove. You toss bombs. It isn't... After, like, once you get other weapons, Bomb Glove is pretty much worthless. At least I don't really use it. Unless I, like, run out of ammo for everything else.
Press the circle
But that isn't often.
and the circle button again to fire.
It isn't a bad weapon.
By holding down the L1.
Just a little slow. These guys are always kind of annoying because you can't, when you're running at them straight on, you can't really tell, like, how close their little beam thing is. It's a little annoying. It's like, first level, who cares? Also, all of the boxes that have a G on it are Gadgetron boxes. They have ammo in them. And the ones with little swirly things, those are nanotech, which is the health. And this game actually has a different health system than the later ones, where you have like little like quarters of your health in this one. Or no, you don't even have that. You have like 3 nanotech and you can like upgrade it later. Whereas the later games go for like an actual number and stuff.
You're quite handy with your wrench.
You bet. I built that ship with it.
Currently,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
in search of someone who could be
The
of
fir-
assistance in saving the solar system.
I won't talk
Do you know
about
where I
this.
might find that fellow?
Well, he's on the radio every week. Other than that, no. Hey, what's with all this save the solar system stuff anyway?
Flank is wonderful.
Hello, citizens of...
Flank must be protected at all costs.
My race, the Blog, have a small problem. Our planet has become so polluted, overpopulated, and poisonous that we are no longer able to dwell here. But I, Chairman Drek, have a solution. We are constructing a pristine new world using the choicest planetary components available. So, what does this mean to you, you might ask? Using highly sophisticated technology, which you couldn't possibly understand, we will be extracting a
That's
large
Captain
portion of
Quark.
your planet and adding
He's
it
great.
to
He's a
our
great
new
character.
one. Unfortunately, this change in mass will cause your planet to spin out of control and drift into the sun, where it will explode into a flaming ball of gas. But, of course, sacrifices must be made. Thank you for your cooperation. And if you don't like it, you can take your whiny, sniveling, snot-nosed populations, form a line behind me, and kiss my... We're still on? Well, turn it off, you idiot!
You guys can hear it alright, right?
The people on those planets are hosed. Well, good luck getting Captain Quark to help you.
Actually, you could help me. If you could use your ship to take me to the coordinates contained in this infobot, I might be able to gather further information there.
Even if I wanted to, I can't. I'm missing a crucial component of the ship.
The robotic ignition system.
How did you know that?
I, sir, happen to be equipped with the latest in robotic ignition systems. My programming allows me to start any ship I choose.
So, I agree to take you to this, wherever it is, and you get my ship started for me?
That is what I'm proposing.
deal.
There's a lot of cutscenes at the beginning.
This could be a problem. Take care of it.
Whoa, this is great! So that's where I've been stuck this whole time.
Please return your appendages to the steering mechanism, sir.
Huh? Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, you can stop calling me sir. The name's Ratchet.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir.
You got a name?
My serial number is V54296.
Oops. I'll just call you Clank for short. Hang on.
So you see, it would be most beneficial if your citizens were not in the city when my workers begin removing it.
Preposterous! I will not stand for this.
Unfortunately, you have no choice in the matter.
Let's just see what Captain Quark has to say about that, my good man. I don't see what's so funny. Captain Quark could dispatch you without even breaking a sweat, you puny.
You have now officially worn out your welcome.
See ya.
And my patience.
I'm glad you came.
This is
I
your
might
last
stream
chance.
tomorrow. I don't know
Stop
yet.
this madness now.
Okay, wait. You're right.
It might
I
even be
will
this.
withdraw my troops.
Really?
No! He's all yours, gentlemen. Try not to leave any marks.
Clank? Where are you? Oh, sorry about that. Well, we're not leaving the way we came in.
Perhaps we could procure a ship from one of the inhabitants.
If there are any left.
What I was saying before, though, I was responding to a sec man. He said that the first Ratchet and Clank games were very good until the other games were released. The first ones are wonderful. A lot of people do, because, you know, there's the original trilogy, which you can include Deadlocked. Deadlocked was like a spin-off, kind of. It wasn't included in the main trilogy, really, but it was a PS2 Ratchet and Clank game. There was also Size Matters, but I don't think anybody really counts Size Matters. But a lot of people don't really like the PS3 games. This came out 2002. This is the PS3 HD version though, so it's like HD widescreen and everything. Games still look like I played through all three, like in the last 2 years, 100% of them. I'm gonna 100% them again. I already 100%ed this version of this again, so I'm going to 100% every Ratchet and Clank game twice, essentially. But yeah, the PS2 versions also just hold up perfectly well. Like, the style of it is just really, really nice. One of the best looking series on the PS2, honestly. Like, they didn't even update the graphics, really. They just, you know, made it HD. Well, I'm sure that they, like, made the textures higher resolution, but other than that, really. But yeah, so a lot of people aren't really that into the later games, like the PS3 games, and especially not the PS4 one, where they kind of remade this first game. I haven't played it because I don't have a PS4. Once the PS5 comes out, I'm definitely going to grab a copy and play it. But the only PS3 one I've played too, or actually I played two of them, that's a lie, is I played All for One, which isn't a very good game. I'll eventually get to that. I also played, what was the first PS3 one? Tools of Destruction, which I really like I really like that one. I think that Tools of Destruction was great. I'm really excited to get to play A Crack in Time. Yeah, there was a movie. I really wanted to see it when it came out, but I never got a chance to. I obviously have had the chance to now because it's like on streaming stuff, but I still haven't gotten around to it. But some of the gameplay here is really cool because each planet you go to has a main objective, which is pretty much find the infobot, which is basically just like your ticket to find out where the next place you have to go is. Like, it'll play a commercial or something, or like some sort of video, a fun little cutscene that informs you of different planets you can go to. And so it's a really cool way of just kind of connecting the world. And a big theme in the game is how, like, just like overbearing the consumerism of this galaxy is. Like, everything's like product, everything's like a commercial, and that's how you find out about stuff. Everybody charges you like some amount of bolts to do shit that they probably shouldn't really. It's all really funny though. Also, that's a gold bolt. This game, the bolts, the secret bolts that you can collect, don't really come into any sort of use until like the last half of the game, really. It might even be a little later than that, I don't really remember. I know what planet it is though, but it's later in the game. Almost near the end. But each world has a couple different gold bolts, and they also have skill points, which are just like arbitrary little things that you can go and do. Like, I don't know, kill every enemy without taking damage in like a certain section, or like finish this section without jumping. I don't know. Those aren't actual ones, I'm just, you know, the general idea of what they can be. And they can be really anything. And also these things here, Gadgetron Vendor, this is where you can buy ammo and new weapons and stuff. And for some reason, so the PS3 versions of the games have weird bugs that were never fixed for some reason. This is one of them. The Gadgetron shopkeeper in the first game is just flat fuck Friday. He's supposed to take up like the whole screen, but for some reason he's just really small. Also, I'm gonna buy the Pyrocitor. Because Pyrocitor is a very good weapon for the early game. Actually, no, it's just a really good weapon in general. Because if you have a bunch of like smaller enemies and stuff, you can kind of just like walk around like this, just like whee! Especially because yeah, Meet the Pyro. How'd you like those today? All the Meet the Team videos, by the way. But what I was about to say though was this game, unlike the second and third games, it lacks a lot of like quality of life stuff. Like, the game's still great, but there's a lot of like just control things that aren't as good, because there's no way to just like look in a direction and kind of like strafe side to side. Like, you have to move and look in the direction you want to shoot in. Whereas in the second two games, you can like pick a direction, hold down a button, and kind of like move left and right while still looking forward. That sort of stuff. Which is an extremely welcome thing to be able to work with. But this game's still great. Like, it's no real point against it. Because, I mean, it was designed specifically with that in mind, whereas the other two were designed with a better control scheme. Mm-hmm. Get that toothache out of here, because we got some Ratchet and Clank, baby. Also, Jackie, check this shit out. We got a bot. You can type in !YouTube, !Twitter, !Discord, because I set up a throwaway Discord that I had as a stream server for people who aren't Princeton, guys. You guys can join it if you want. I mean, I'm not really going to do anything other than also ping that once people are there, but also, the secret 4th command is anybody can do any of these commands, but specifically this one you guys will have some fun with. You can ask Robo King, "What's up, Robo King?" and he'll shoot a quote for you. So if you have any favorite Robo King quotes, be sure to recommend them, and I'll throw them in the text document that they're all saved in. There is there's a delay. No, it doesn't. There's a delay of 20 seconds on that command. Some of the things he says obviously are in actual Robo King quotes. Yeah. All of the commands have a delay. That one has a 20-second delay, whereas the link commands all have a 30-second delay. Yeah, I thought the Wins KDO one was pretty good. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't even need to go on. Yeah, these environments are so nice to look at. Like, they're all industrial, but they're so insanely colorful. This first game specifically is one of the most colorful games in the series. Oh yeah. I actually, speaking of that, one second. Just recent. I got this in the mail. It's backwards, but it says The Art of Ratchet and Clank. It's a whole art book of like a concept art. Junk like that. Really cool. I haven't read through all that much of it yet, but pretty neat, pretty cool stuff. It's got a lot of like early stuff. Like originally, the idea was just they were gonna have a girl with a stick. I don't know how well you can see it, but then it became what if every character was a furry? And then I think that kind of spurred the idea to have Ratchet, which this is actually a really early version of them, which is kind of funny looking. He's got the suck cannon. Yeah, I'm excited to actually read through more of that, because it's one of those art books. The reason why I got it is because it's one of those art books that actually has the like artist commentary. Like they talk you through like their process and little interesting tidbits on like how they design stuff. Because I was either going to buy that or I was gonna buy The Art of Doom Eternal, but I decided not to do the Doom Eternal one because while it was kind of cool concept art, all of the text in the book is just ripped from codex entries from the game, which is incredibly lame because I would love to hear what the artists on Doom Eternal had to say about the game.
Dad, blast it!
Oh, he's a great character.
Plumber's crack.
What did you just say?
I said, look, the plumber's back.
All right, wise guy. Shouldn't you be on one of them escape transports?
Escape transports?
Newsflash, giant robots attacking! The escape transports are taking all the rich folks off this god-darn planet.
So why aren't you on one?
Socioeconomic disparity.
What?
He hasn't got enough bolts.
Working people have to wait for Captain Quark to save us.
Well, got anything worth a lot of bolts?
I got this thing. Shows two weirdos ditching their ship. It's got coordinates to a desert planet, too.
An infobot. Ratchet, we could use that.
Very funny to me that they make jokes like that in this game. Socioeconomic disparity.
Geronimo!
And then he does that.
Did he just slide down a sewer pipe?
Mayday, mayday! This is the solar ship Radical. We seem to be under attack from the planet's surface.
Relax, kid. It looks like some sort of fireworks display. Probably in your honor.
Whoa! That was close! Ah!
Pipe down, I can't concentrate.
Oh, we've been hit!
An unexpected detour. When we land, I'll see if I can scare up an exhibition for you.
We're not gonna live that long!
Kid, let's M-screen!
Eject! Eject!
Did you see that guy on the left? That was Skid McMarks.
Does he know Captain Quark?
I doubt it. He's a pro hoverboarder, always going off about how cool he is.
Looks like he's in trouble.
I'll say, I've never seen him look so freaked out.
Gadgetron Infobots give
Skid
you coordinates
McMarks is
for
a
new
great
planets.
character too.
Now
They're all
that you
great
have the Infobot
characters.
for Planet Iridium, you'll
If I
need to
keep
find
saying
a
that,
ship
I'm just
to
gonna
get
say it about everything.
to enter look around mode. Press and hold the
Look
L1
around mode.
button.
So ship Radical. Yeah, it's honestly so amazing that Insomniac was just able to get it so right the first time, you know? And then kept getting it right, too. Oh yeah, there's a weapon wheel that you can customize, because there's more weapons than can actually fit on this in the game, including like gadgets and stuff that you can use for like puzzles and whatever. But yeah. Get to that by holding triangle. But yeah, the environment art, like just look at this place. It's so nice. We'll just pan the camera around. It's love it. That's art style, baby. Yeah. If you ever see like the weapon wheel just kind of pop up, like just kind of like fade in and out really quick, that's because if I double tap triangle, I can swap to my last used weapon. So that's why you'll see that. Because like I just did there, like I could use the pyrocitor on these guys, but it's like, do I really want to bother getting that close to him? He's not a cat. He's a wombat. Which I don't even remember if they even like referred to him as a Lombax in this game. I think he's just kind of alien. And they like go into Lombax stuff in the second game. He kind of is Big Floppa. Big Floppa the game. That could absolutely be done. Mr. L playing Scary Mario. Scary Mario, the game. Oh yeah, they have like actual like set pieces like that too, where you're like about to go on a bridge and it just gets blown out, which is neat. Scary Mario, the movie, the game. Also something that the Pyrocitor is good for. If you don't want to break a bunch of boxes, spray it with some fire. The game, the movie, the game. Also, my movement here is not going to be all that speedy until Metropolis, which I will go to next to get some much needed upgrades, as they say. They being me. Also, you'll notice the music in this game. Fucking great. So good. Whoops. Didn't realize that it, so I double tapped triangle while that cutscene was happening, like just to see if it would change my weapon.
Don't hurt me.
And apparently it did. I didn't expect it.
What are you? Mercenaries? Torturers? Assassins? I'll tell you anything. Here, take my infobot. It's all I've got left.
Sir, we're not assassins.
Hold on. Let's see what he's got.
Has this ever happened to you? Hi, I'm Captain Quark, and believe me, there's nothing worse than staring down a Blargian snagglebeast from the inside and knowing your equipment isn't functioning properly. That's why I come to Al's Robo Shack for all my electronic needs. Al has been the exclusive repair shop for my super electro gadgets since I was knee-high to a sand mouse. If Al can't fix it, it's not broke. Right, Al? You said it, pal. So if you're fighting crime, or just fighting grime, come to Al's Robo Shack in Metropolis for all your robotic repairs. Al's Robo Shack, it's Quarktastic!
Do you know what this means?
Yeah, Captain Quark is really sold out.
No, it means Captain Quark is on Metropolis. We could tell him about this invasion.
If we had a ship.
What? A ship?
It is a
What?
PS2
You're
game.
not going to torture me? Well, as planetary chairman, I could arrange for you to borrow our courier ship.
Honestly,
You can count on us, sir.
honestly, thinking about that again,
Chairman Shipliness.
Now that you have
this
the
be
coordinates
like
within your
having
map,
this good of
you
lip
can
sync
use
on a
your shift
PS2 game is
press the
kind of
button
nuts.
to bring up the map. Your ship is marked with a star.
Really. If you can find a picture of that, I'd love to see it. Because I feel like I might have seen that, but I don't know. It's really funny though, that they just fucking ripped Captain Quark. Because he's like such an iconic character from this, and it's like, yeah, just take him. Yeah, also you got a bunch of neat wrench moves that you can do. Where, you know, you can just tap square and do the 3-hit combo, but you can also crouch and do the comet throw. I think that's what it's called, comet throw. You can do a backflip, you can do a side flip, and then if you jump in the air and hit square, you can do like a meteor smash. Incredibly obscure, so I don't know if you've seen it, but you can choose from the player selection. He's pretty much just Captain Quark without gloves and logo. And the antenna. Huh. Weird. That is very Captain Quark, you're right. Fork core. Fork core images. Get that shit out of here. There we go. Great value, Captain Quark. So yeah, now we got a ship. This game's interesting because in the later games you keep a ship throughout the whole game. In this one, your ship just constantly gets fucking destroyed and you have to go get a new one. Which is pretty neat. And, if you do everything on a planet, or most of the things on a planet, some of them have 2 infobots. So like this one, you go to Novalis, and if you go to every area you can go to Iridia, or you can go to Kerwan. Whichever one you want. I recommend going to Kerwan because you get good things from Al's Robo. By the way, when I made... this is that shirt that I designed because I realized nobody else had made a Big Al's Robo Shack shirt. So, when making this, I completely forgot that cutscene has a high-res version of the Big Al's Robo Shack logo that I could have traced with the pen tool. So instead, I literally got the texture for Al's shirt from the game. And I just went over that, so this is not authentic to the actual Robo Shack logo, but it is authentic to the muddy PS2 texture logo, which, I don't know. I think that has its own charm to it, which is why it looks kind of messy down at the bottom. Twitch was being silly. Yeah, that does have the same energy, actually. Add to the comedy. Oh, we can get a blaster. The blaster is pretty good. Also, Jackie, I don't know if you were here yet when I mentioned this. Actually, I think you were. Maybe. But for some reason, the PS3 ports, which is what I'm playing, because they have all of the PS2 Ratchet games are available on PS3 HD. There's weird bugs that don't really make much sense. One of the most glaring ones in this game is that the Gadgetron vendor guy is squashed.
So, you gonna buy something or what?
I don't know why. Also, something weird. This is the only game that has a, like, Gadgetron vendor person that you can see. Which I don't get why. They didn't really do... I don't think they did it. They had one in the later games. Also, those boxes there with the like, symbol on them. Those are, like, the same exact shit from Crash Bandicoot with, like, the TNT boxes. Also, the blaster, you'll definitely end up, like, if you use the blaster, you'll end up, like, using more ammo than you're actually needing a lot of the time. Because the way it works is each enemy has some hit stun, or most of them do at least. I think some bosses don't. But, the blaster fires too fast for the hit stun. So, like, you can fire a shit ton of bullets, and it won't really do much. Oh yeah, I think this guy that has Yeah, I think that guy you can just kind of fire at and all the hits will register. But since you don't have strafing or anything in this game, it does give you auto lock on the blaster, which is nice, because otherwise it'd be impossible to use. Also, I just want to take another second to check out Metropolis. See all the cars going by. How like lush it still is, even though it's a big city thing. Pretty neat. Interesting architecture on it too. Everything looks very, very cool. Yeah, one of the most fun things in all the Ratchet and Clank games is how any place where there's like flying cars, you can break them, like by shooting a long distance weapon off into them. Sometimes you can get close enough to them to just break them too, which I will do. Ugh. Fuck. Feels like I just swallowed a dust bunny. Don't like that much. What? How'd that miss? Rose. Oh, we're going to Al. Al's a great guy.
Ratchet, that's the man we saw on the infobot. Remember? He knows Captain Quark.
Hey, you're that robot guy, right?
No, actually, I build robots.
Also,
I
Al's
myself am not
tongue
a robot
texture is
guy,
fucked
per
up.
se.
Nerd.
I like him.
So, now that we've cleared that up, what can I do for
A
you?
lot of his
Well,
textures
we
are
saw your
fucked up,
infobot
actually.
announcement. You
Now
were
that I'm
Captain
looking at it.
Quark. We're trying to find Captain Quark. We thought you could help us.
Your
Be right
logic
back.
is commendable. However, I haven't seen Captain Quark since we shot that commercial. Say, do you run on standard XP18 sister boards?
Version 7.66.
Back at ya. I may be able to help you out after all. How does a helipack upgrade sound?
Upgrade?
Natch. Since he's a 766, I could have the little guy up and flying in no time. Of course, I'll just need my fee for service.
Watch one TF2 video and then he recommended us flooded with them. Yeah, that's how it happens. I don't know if you responded earlier when I asked, but how many of them did you watch? Did you watch all of the Meet the Team stuff? Also, don't mind me, just enjoying my Chad beverage. Good videos.
Okay, this won't hurt a bit.
Hey, wait. Ratchet, am I cool now?
Yeah, you the man, Clank.
You're welcome.
So now that I have the helipack, now I can really fucking turn it on. Because now you're gonna see this a lot. Because the way to get around in Ratchet and Clank games is stretch jumps. Like this. Oh. If I wanted to drink something bad, I would drink LaCroix. Newsflash, I don't want to drink bad things. Thanks. Slurping Campbell's chicken soup. Man, could you blame me? Out of the can though, actually, yeah, you could blame me.
Try using the glide feature.
Hey man, C-Pop Soothing Soda is specifically made with, you know, easing a queasy stomach. And I was feeling a little off earlier, so this is exactly the thing I need, so Why don't you get your fucking LaCroix head ass out of here, pal? Pally. Before you start calling me cringe. Assassination attempt failed. I'm so mean? Why? What do you mean? I said nothing mean. I don't know what you're talking about. Watch, I'm gonna get in contact with Les Claypool himself, and I am going to get a C-pop sponsorship. It's gonna be great. Or after I get this hair out of my mouth. Gross. I always feel like there should be a helicopter here. There isn't. This man has had like 8 million fucking bad experiences with these spicy noodles. And yet he keeps going at them. Looking for a perfect turd. Yeah. I'm not going over there yet. I still got shit to do over here. But yeah, like I said, you guys are gonna see a hell of a lot of stretch jumps. Because if you ain't stretch jumping, what the fuck are you doing? God. I always hate having to go around collecting bolts manually like that, because it isn't until the later part of the game that you get the bolt grabber, where you can get them from a distance. It's just like, ew, I have to go collect them myself. Ugh. Peasant work. Don't we all? I don't really know why I'm going for the gold bolts. They're not really going to help me all that much. Getting a few of them might. Clank did get his own game on the PSP, Secret Agent Clank. There are also Clank-specific sections of this game, where Clank separates if there's like an area that Ratchet can't go to, if like the air is polluted, or if it's the vacuum of space, that sort of stuff. Check those out. Cool secret for you gamers in the chat. If you don't break those, you can use them as a little step to get up here. Grab a little bit of ammo, grab a couple bolts. You see that? I got 3 pyrocitor ammo out of that. And now I can do this. Busting up boxes in this game. Soak. In the later games, you can get like, what is it? Like bolt multipliers. And then, like, whenever you get one, they give you, like, just a room full of fucking crates. Oh, that's shit. Game Design 101. Do that. Also, something that this game has that I Why I got so much hair now? Something this game has that I didn't notice until today, really. Because I fully... Okay, since this train is moving, my bullets are arcing in a way that they are not hitting this guy. But something that I didn't notice until today when I downloaded the soundtrack is when there's multiple areas that have different music tracks playing in the same world, there's actually a transition track that like kind of connects them. And I was like, what the fuck are these ominous ass things in the soundtrack here? Because like I can play this and like, you know, you got this, it's pretty upbeat. I'll let it play out. Like, that's it. Transitioning from the normal Novalis music to the Novalis Caves music. And it's like, you don't really notice it because it plays over the end of the music. Or the music fades out into that, and then the next track fades in the middle of that transition. So you never really notice it, but it's really smooth because it's just kind of this like slow little stinger almost. Pretty cool. I'm surprised I never noticed it, honestly. But I guess that kind of just speaks to how well it was implemented. I also don't know many other games that have done that. Because most games now, they just kind of have like dynamic soundtracks if they're going to do something like that, like Doom does. I was about to say, these guys are dumbasses and I never get hit by them, but there I did. Just got hit by it. They just run away and drop a bunch of mines. Sounds just like Halo 3 ODST. Oh yeah, that's another thing I didn't even mention that the helipack has, is you got a big old super jump if you crouch and just jump straight up. Helps you get up to high spots, whereas the long jump helps you go fast and get across big gaps.
Greetings, Executive Chairman Drek. Dispense with the pleasantries, Lieutenant. My sources tell me you're behind schedule. You must prepare this planet to be harvested for our new world.
Yes, sir. As you can see, everything is moving along as planned.
I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. And as your former commander can tell you, I don't take disappointment well.
Yes, sir. I won't fail.
Drek is destroying yet another planet.
Yeah, but if that's the kind of help he's getting, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
You should not underestimate Chairman Drek. He is quite dangerous. We must find Captain Quark.
Look, that lieutenant doesn't seem so tough. Let's take him out ourselves.
Perhaps we can persuade the lieutenant to tell us where Drek is.
Now you're talking.
Something I just remembered. I should turn the subtitles on. I'll leave the camera as is. I'm fine with it. Another migraine. Alright. Well,
I got some great bargains for you today.
I hope that your migraine passes and isn't very bad. See you later. If you do leave. by the way. This was an area that I had to pass up before. Alright. See you. This area here I passed up before because the only way I'm always here to deliver the fun. If I stream tomorrow, I'll probably stream tomorrow. I'll probably be filming. Bust up all these fucking street lamps. I don't give a... Do I look like I give a care about lamps? But that area back there, I needed the helipack for, because I wouldn't have been able to reach it otherwise. Here's a secret for you. You can drop down right here onto that, and then right onto... Oh, get down from there. Right onto here. That's another thing for the helipack. There's a... Yeah. I can't really do it here, but when you jump, you can do a glide with it. I can actually... I'll bust up a fucking car. There we go. Yeah, all of the cars here are destructible. So like, you can just fire any weapon at them. Yes. And they were even nice enough to send you down a little taxi.
Welcome to the Captain Quirk Fitness Course. If you're strong enough, fast enough, and clever enough to beat my fitness challenge, you will receive a reward from my head trainer. Simply make your way to the third island to complete the course. Good luck! Quirk Enterprises is not responsible for sprains, broken bones, snapped tendons, bruised egos, or accidental death incurred while taking the challenge.
Excuse me, Captain, but we have more pressing issues. We urgently need your assistance.
Clank?
Yes?
Do you notice anything unusual about Captain Quark?
Well, I find the fact that he has a spring where his leg should be to be quite puzzling.
And why do you think that is?
Possibly an injury incurred while battling evil?
This isn't the real Captain Quark, you numbskull. It's a robot.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, that happens in this. I want to see. Can I do this? Here? Alright.
That's right, fitness fans. Just make it to the third island to claim your reward. And don't forget to tune in this week as I, Captain Quark, appear in person to present the grand prize for the Hoverboard Championship held in Blackwater City.
Oh yeah. I need like the Devastator, I think, to blow that up, because you get a skill point for blowing up the robot Quark. But I don't think that the bomb glove is strong enough. Yeah, no. Can I tell Snazzy to play? I don't. One second. I'm gonna look up what that is, Because I don't want to condone terrible things. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. Snazzy dog. I'm speaking to you directly. Play through the entire Riddle School series. I don't know anything about it, but apparently you should do it. There you go. I'm assuming you're gonna clip that and send it to him. Unless he's here. I don't think he's here. Gamers with a keen eye might notice there's some boxes over there. You may be thinking to yourself, how do you get up there? How do you get over there? Well, I'll show you. Gotta get all the way up here. Oop. Fletched it out.
These moving walls also function as jump slides. Jump and jump again to kick off the walls in midair until you reach the top.
That was an abrupt camera angle change. So check this out. Woo! That's right. Secret gold bolt. And, more importantly, shitload of boxes. Oh. Also, I'm pretty sure that the explosive boxes give you a few more bolts than the normal boxes do. This is the only part of this that sucks. Is if you go for that on your first try around the fitness course, you have to go all the way back to your ship, and you have to go through the first 2 islands again. That's whatever. It's not like you have to fight anything or whatever. It's a little tedious because you have to do this entire ride. I'd say that's the one thing that I'm not that big a fan of. Like, I like it because it's like, you know, you're hitching a taxi ride. You know, I've been seeing like a hell of a lot of like Henry Stickmin memes. And I came to the realization that I never played any Henry Stickmin game. I don't know. I think I heard that like they made like an HD collection that you can actually get on Steam or something? I'm sorry. I made sure that it wasn't something dubious. I mean, like, it is a Newgrounds Flash game from 2006, so it absolutely could be something extremely dubious. But, you know, I made sure that it was at least, like, you know, not a porn game. Still could have some porn in it, I don't know. You never know with this Mr. L guy.
Listen up, you loudballs! That was the most pathetic display I have ever seen on that obstacle course!
What do you mean?
We finished the circuit, ma'am.
Oh yeah, but it is weak. Weak! When I was competing, I would devour courses like that for breakfast!
Bet that's not all.
If it were up to me, you would drill for the rest of the day! But somehow you managed to impress that fool Captain Quark!
Captain Quark knows about us?
He certainly does. And worst of all, he wants me to give you a prize for that ridiculous performance.
Cool, what is it?
I'm supposed to give you a swing shot, so you can sway to and fro like little insects.
All right, let's see it.
Not so fast. Today the two of you disgraced my obstacle course, so I am going to make you pay.
But that prize is ours from the captain. That's not fair.
Too bad life's not fair.
Sweet. I bet Captain Quark uses stuff like this all the time.
Ha! Real men can swing without silly toys like that. The two of you make me sick.
Congratulations on your new Gadgetron swing shot.
This is the quick select menu. You can kind of just go around and pick weapons and gadgets that you want to hang around. I always like having the swing shot bottom center, because you use it quite a bit. So it's probably it's definitely the most used gadget. Let's go to her. Oh, let's drop that. Head over to Iridia. Check in with Skid McMarks. Wondering how many planets I'm gonna do today. Because I can get through this game pretty quick, comparatively. Mostly because in the past couple months, I 100%ed it for the second time, so I do know my way around it.
It's him, Skid McMarks.
That man from the infobot.
In the flesh, little dude. You guys get a load of that epic space battle I was in?
We saw ya, screaming for help.
That was like a war cry. My agent and I got ambushed on the way to hoverboard practice.
Did he survive the crash, sir?
Yeah, he's okay. But I've had a little trouble getting back to my ship due to my sprained ankle.
Oh, come on.
If you can take out all the sand sharks, I just might have a spare hoverboard for you.
We'd love to help you, Mr. McMarks, but Ratchet and I need to find Captain...
One of your boards? I've always wanted a decent hoverboard. Well, All right, you just keep that foot elevated.
You know, there's a lot of people who say that they kind of fucked up Ratchet's character in the later games, like just after this. Because, you know, he's very much just kind of like I don't know, he doesn't want to take anything seriously even when the stakes are really, really high. And he probably should be taking things seriously. And then, like, in the second game, he's pretty serious. But, like, obviously there's still jokes and stuff. But, in this game he's kind of a shithead, too. Just in general. But, I don't really mind. I think it's fine. Because, like, he's still Ratchet, like, at the end of the day. It was never any sort of drastic change where it's like, who the fuck is this? Like, this isn't Ratchet. It's like, no, this is still the same guy. This is believably the same dude. Also, Pyrocity makes very, very short work of the sand sharks. Oh, that's right. I have more weapons than just the bomb glove. Well, you say forest, but this planet is called Iridia, so I'm going into the desert, not the forest. Also, that wall, you can blow it up. Hit a bolt. Which, a lot of the gold bolts actually are teased to you pretty well. Because this one... I don't know. They just call them that. Yeah, I guess. Just a little patch of grass. But, a lot of the gold bolts get teased to you pretty well. Like this one. You might not even see it when you're going through. Because, like, you know... One like that, you might notice, like, oh wait, what's this? See that and just try to figure out a way in. Because there's no obvious, like, here, blow this up. But you're like, oh, there's a bunch of rocks here. Maybe I should try blowing them up. Because I think that there's probably, like, little cracks in it that you could see. Gotta get all the bolts. This is one of those games where you'll see my insane person completionist come out. Because I just like scour the entire area, like I gotta get all the bolts. If I miss a bolt, who knows, I might need that bolt. I might need that bolt later. Especially without the bolt grabber, because I have to like get all up close to each one. Though something very nice that they do in these games is if bolts fall off the level or like fall into water and stuff, just an area that you might not want to really walk over to, or can't walk over to. They just zoom, like vacuum them into you.
Use your new hoverboard at the racetrack in Blackwater City on Clank Railguard.
Probably once they hit the like hurt box on like the bottomless pits and stuff. You see that? Clean. something you may notice for more keen-eyed gamers. There's another gold bullet over there. You may be asking yourself, how are we going to get that one? All will be revealed soon enough. Can I get another weapon here? No. Usually it's like... because Iridia and Kerwan are kind of like put together kind of planets, like sister planets almost. Just like in the game progression, not literally. So like, they generally will wait until you like hit your next like milestone planet to give you another weapon to buy. So like, you know, you unlock Metropolis and Kerwan, but if you've only been to those, they're just gonna give you the Pyrocitor and the Blaster. Also, these guys are dumb because they start attacking to the side, so you can just run at them. As you can see here. And that's some of that hit stun I was talking about, where you gotta wait for him to be out of it. A lot of enemies, too, have a melee attack, like ranged enemies do, because, you know, if you get all up in their face, they're gonna be like, hey, fuck you, and just, like, reach down and smack. Does it include Big Chungus? You could maybe count Big Al as Big Chungus, kind of. I don't know if you saw him. Oh, right. I need the swing shot for that. That's why you want to go to Kerwan first, because to actually do, like, 2 of the things here, you need the swing shot, and you need, the helipad. Fun. I love Ratchet's face when he does that. I want to look at that again, actually. Look at this dude. He's so pleased. I always have to break nanotech containers even when I don't need them. Though they're very nice and don't, like, get rid of the nanotech when you break the box. You can just go back to it and use it if you need it. It's honestly, like I've been saying, like, this game being as impressive as it is for coming out the year after PS2's launch, I think the PS2 came out in 2001, but like Ratchet is super expressive, like in gameplay, which isn't something you really saw. Still isn't really something you see. Yeah, this is a 2002 game. And I think 2 and 3 came out. Can't have 3 can't have come out any later than 2005. Oh, whatever. I want to try to show something off here. Oh, fuck, I need to go through the whole thing again. Oh well. Alright, there's a bunch of explosives down there. Insomniac are... I'd say Insomniac aren't as, like, much of, like, technical wizards as, like, id, but I'd say that they're in, like, in my personal ranking of, like, people that are just fucking wizards when they're given new shit, I'd say they're pretty close. Id obviously is, like, the masters of that shit, but, you know. So if you do that whole thing without touching the ground, you get a skill point. And, I don't think, yeah, until you, so, this is one of those games, so when you, this is one of those games where when you beat it, you get the option to either time warp to before you beat the final boss, or you can loop the game again. Start from the beginning, but it's New Game Plus, so like you keep all your weapons, but you lose some of the gadgets and stuff that are like integral to the story, where like if you had gadgets too early, you'd just be able to skip massive chunks of the game that they don't want you to be able to. But it's pretty fun. But when you do that, you also get another option on the menu down at the bottom, the extras option, where you can see your skill points, you can see cheats, extra bonus credits, like post-credits stuff. Like they actually show, they made up a bunch of magazines that the characters are all in. I'll show them, like, after. Like, once I beat the game, I'll show those off. They even have, like, commercials. Like, they have the TV spots for this game included in it that you can watch. Pretty cool. But so I can't check my skill points yet. But I can definitely earn... Oh, whoops. So you can't check your skill points until you've beaten the game at least one time on that save. But you can still earn them. And also, this is a pretty well-hidden secret that you almost definitely wouldn't find unless on accident, really. It's like, I doubt many people would be, like, looking straight down like that. You might not even notice that there's a grapple thing up there.
Using the latest in precision laser technology.
Yeah. I already know. Yeah, that's good. So the Trespasser is a little bit lame. It's just a little simple little puzzle where you got 3 rings, and sometimes there's multiple lasers or multiple blocking things that'll block the lasers. Like if I do that, or this, you know, one of the lasers doesn't pass through. But so the point of it is to all of the receptors on the outer ring have to have a laser pointing into them. Some of them are a little tricky, but it's not like you can fail them. Later in the second 2 games, there are mini games like that replace the Trespasser that you can fail. They're a little more irritating. More fun though, I'd say. Probably mostly given the fact that you can fail them. I don't want to go in that because I'm pretty sure that kills you if you jump in. Yeah, no, it's like a fun puzzle, but like, it's one of those things where it's like after you've played this game as many times as I have, it's like, alright, yeah, doing the Trespasser game again. Oops. Also, your different wrench attacks do different amounts of damage. Like, obviously I don't know the exact values, but you can kind of infer that, like, doing this does like 1 damage, so like 1, 2, 3. Doing this does, I'd say, probably twice this damage. And this probably does the same amount of damage as the Meteor Strike. I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, maybe it just does one damage, but you do get the chance of like hitting them again on the rebound. This dude doesn't even... Okay, here's a great design. He goes like this, takes it this end, goes all the way over this way, points this way, stops here, doesn't bother going this way, stops like right here, and then goes back. Talk about blind spot, eh? I haven't been using any of the guns. But I think that the flamethrower does like 1 damage per tick, or whatever you want to call it. I think him taking flamethrower damage actually canceled out the explosive box. Yeah, because if he had gotten hit by the explosive box, that would have been like 2 damage. There was a funny number. Damn. You hate to miss it. Fuck you, I'm going around the other way too. Because there's another one. Who? Enemy death sounds are always great. Yeah, no, I would absolutely recommend listening to, or just downloading the soundtrack. A lot of people say that the first one is a lot of people say that the first game's soundtrack is the best because of how like upbeat and interesting it is. I still think that the later games are great too. Alright, you want to see some shit before I, actually no, I'm gonna go over here first, so I can hit like a save point, or a checkpoint, whatever.
No signal whatsoever! This downtime is killing me!
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Don't be so literal, son. The problem is I'm stranded on this backwater planet and my star client is nowhere to be found.
Hey, we saw you on that info bot. You're Skid's agent.
Was Skid's agent. Haven't seen him since our ship crashed. And an agent without a client is like a flea without a dog. Say, you look like an athletic kid. If you can bring back the championship prize from the hoverboard races in Blackwater City, I'll make you my next star.
We have no time for trivial matters, sir.
I could be the next Skid McMarks.
Man's eyes are massive. Ratchet is just... he's looking. Yeah. Yeah, you want some fucking humor? The second game is called Going Commando, the third game is called Up Your Arsenal, and the PSP game is called Size Matters. Alright, check this out. So with this mud and stuff, you can jump back out of it. Like, it doesn't immediately kill you. You have one jump, at least. So you can use that to your advantage, and do that, and get over here. It really is. I honestly, I really like Up Your Arsenal. I think that's my favorite of the three. The worst fucking thing is, though, So they did those three. They did Ratchet and Clank, Going Commando, Up Your Arsenal, Size Deadlocked, which didn't follow the lame sex jokes. Size Matters, which, you know, they returned to form. And then the PS3 games started, and there was Tools of Destruction, A Crack in Time, Quest for Booty. Quest for Booty is close. And then there's Into the Nexus, All for One, and now we have Rift Apart coming out for the PS5. The reason why they stopped doing it is because they were told to stop. And you know what that caused? That meant that instead of the title A Crack in Time, we could have had the title Ratchet and Clank Clock Blockers. Yeah, I, for one, would have loved to live in a world where we could play the video game Ratchet and Clank Clock Blockers, but we don't live in that universe. Which is disappointing, to say the least. Yeah, clock blockers. I don't know why the stream's been lagging for you guys so much recently. Maybe my internet's just really fucking itself. I don't know. It says it's fine. I need to get fucking Ethernet up here ASAP. Seriously, this fucking Wi-Fi adapter that I've got Ethernet plugged into and spread around everything isn't fucking cutting it. And it's honestly pissing me off with the whole fucking 8 seconds of gameplay, 3 seconds of nothing, with every online game I could ever possibly want to play. Yeah, not a fan. Yeah, no, I'm forever pissed that we didn't get clock blockers. Like, A Crack in Time is fine. You know, it's not the worst title on earth, but yeah. Clock blockers, man. Going Commando, Up Your Arsenal, Size Matters, Clock blockers. Come on. I don't remember if there was a potential title for Tools of Destruction. I feel like they could have, they definitely could have come up with a great one. Sex references. Referencing the sex canon. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, quite lovely.
I'd say Size Matters is that too.
Commander, we are finished with this world. Commence towing our planet to its next destination. Lieutenant!
Yes, sir.
You have fulfilled your tree quota. Barely.
We are ready to return to base.
Not so fast, Lieutenant.
Size Matters I've actually never played.
Any more trees doesn't mean they should have them. Destroy everything.
Do I actually have Size Matters? I'm gonna check. Because I have Secret Agent Clank. I don't remember if I bought Size Matters. Because there's two versions of Size Matters. There's one... Excuse me. It's one for the PSP and one for the PS2. I'm gonna check. I don't think I bought it. Because I bought... Summer of 2018, I went to Vermont on a trip with a bunch of my friends. We were doing it like every year, and we went to the specific the fuck's the word of it? Thrift store up in Burlington, Vermont, which if you ever find yourself in Burlington, Battery Street Jeans, great thrift store. It's where I bought my Dreamcast. It was like $70. Great deal. but I grabbed a copy of Deadlocked there too because I had never played it. And then because of that, I was like, shit, I don't own a copy of Going Commando. I only have 1 and 3. So I grabbed a copy of Going Commando that summer, and also had bought the PSP that I just sent Marnie that summer. So I've had that since 2018. Barely really used it, honestly. Especially now that I have the PS TV that can do any PSP game I want. But, yeah, I don't think I bought Size Matters. Oh, I did. I actually did buy it. I totally forgot. Personally love when you don't. Oh yeah, the alien designs are great. I also absolutely adore that Chairman Drek has like a dumpy ponytail on the back too. I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, I've got whoops, Secret Agent Clank, and Size Matters, which I remember my friend that I got into Ratchet and Clank, he got Size Matters. I never played it though. I don't think I ever played it on his PSP even. He played Me and My Katamari on my PSP though, which his family rented a boat like the month Me and My Katamari came out, and so I had just gotten it. Obviously I got it the day it released, but I remember we went on the boat, but it had this entire like interior, like inside room inside the hull of it. So he and I just sat in that room playing Me and My Katamari the entire boat ride. Literally didn't even go up to the top because we were too busy. I remember that was the first time I ever saw like Norn, which was pretty good. Life-changing moment seeing Norn for the first time. But something I like about this cover is that I'm going to try to get some of the light out of it, but it reads like the that porn star with all the dudes around the couch. It kind of reads like that, with like Ratchet and Clank and then 3 tall robots kind of looking down at him like, ugh. Also, something funny is they have the exact same Ratchet render standing here on the cover as they do on the manual, because the whole gimmick of the game is that you change the size of Clank. Pretty cool inner sleeve actually. It's got like a whole landscape of Clank holding Ratchet. Pretty neat. Big Flop gets piped. Secret Agent Clank, I haven't played either, but it's just like a whole game based around the Clank sections from is it 2 or 3 that he does the Secret Agent Clank stuff? I think it's 2 that he does that. Yeah, it's got like a little top secret. It doesn't have any sort of insert thing though, or like reverse cover stuff. Oh. Back with Foot Snake. Foot Gummy. Mr. L want Foot Gummy. Do I want to go this way? No, that's the main route. I don't want to do that again. Check this out. There's absolutely nothing here. This actually reminds me, if you guys have ever played Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, on the first level, because they make you play the first part of, or no, not the first level, just the first level of A New Hope, when you're on the Rebel starship, there's a room that you can go into that's just like, I think it's supposed to be an optical illusion or something, where it just goes in really small and like tries to make you think it's a really long room. This reminds me of that. Where you just kind of like walk in and there's nothing there. It's just kind of a gag room. Dude was coming at me, but then he decided not to. Also, you know how I was mentioning how expressive Ratchet is? Just look at these enemies when you hit them. Whoa. So good. It's like they kept the design simple enough that it's easy enough to make them super expressive by just kind of like stretching their facial expressions and stuff. Oh right, I can probably get a new weapon. Almost forgot. I don't want that actually. I don't really care about the Glove of Doom. Glove of Doom is not very good. I like these guys though. Mostly because they're just kind of fodder enemies that you can kill in one hit. This one's interesting right here. It can be a little finicky, but it's pretty easy once you know where it is. I don't really know why I went this way, because this is not the way that you go. You're supposed to go this way. This has always been a neat mechanic that you can't, that just kind of like, they probably really just put it in because it makes sense. So, you know, our character carries around a big wrench. Let's give him something to tighten. Let's give him like a big screw to tighten. In 3, there's actually a fun segments where you have to like help defend an area against like waves of enemies, and you have to like manage fighting away enemies, because if you get hit while you're doing that screw turn thing, you get broken out of it. So like you have to manage fighting the enemies around you, while if you leave the screw, like if you screw it a bit and then you leave it, it starts untightening, like loosening. There's a word for that, loosening. So like you gotta like take out enemies quick and then head back to the screw and keep going with it. It's pretty fun. There is a shield weapon that you can get in that game too, that definitely helps with that. But it's just another one of those things where it's like, you know, they laid the groundwork for it. Like, it works fine here, even if it's kind of like, you know, you just walk up to it and occasionally there's something neat you can do with it, like this. But, just another one of those mechanics that they introduced and fleshed out in the later games. Which I will say, I think that Up Your Arsenal is my favorite of the original trilogy. Probably my favorite Ratchet game, period. Mostly just because of how tight the gameplay is. Like, a lot of people say that it kind of feels unfinished in a way, and I understand that. Like, obviously, you guys probably have absolutely no frame of reference for what I'm talking about, but eventually I'll get there. But I think that, of all things, yeah, the baked in texture shadows and stuff. But I think that the gameplay ends up being king when it comes to a game like this. Not that it isn't in most games, really. This is the first time we're seeing the Blark troopers. They're dickheads. In the later areas, and actually I think in this one too, like in this next bit, they can hide in the grass, and you can't do anything to them until they pop out, so it's kind of just playing chicken with them. Luckily, these first ones are kind of easy. They don't really fire all that often. And here I am getting hit by them. Oop, almost just walked off the edge there. That wouldn't have been very good. Shit. Didn't even notice this guy. Yeah, something I was thinking about. I know that Mr. Ellis saw it because I showed it on the Earthbound stream. But I drew up like a potential schedule for this week and next week of like things that I want to do. And I've been trying to decide whether I want to do Doom 2 this Friday or next Friday. Because I want to do it on Friday because, you know, I want everybody to have a weekend to not have to worry about staying up late because, you know, that stream is going to be a long one. If the Doom 1 stream was any indication. And also just because I want to be able to start it early, honestly. I'd love to be able to start it at like 7 or something. I don't know yet, though. Might be this week. If not this week, I don't know what I'll do Friday. Maybe Earthbound. Maybe this. I might honestly, like, if it takes 3 streams to play through this, which I might, because I don't think I'm gonna get, like, halfway through it tonight. Maybe I will. I don't know. It's already been 2 hours, so probably not. This game's probably around like 10, maybe that, maybe 8. I don't know. But this will probably be a 3-stream game. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just do like this 3 days in a row. Who knows? I know. Say your sad things. When the enemies explode and that little dynamic light comes up, it doesn't brighten the darks of the textures at the same intensity as it brightens the lighter parts of the textures in the environment. Fusion of depth. That's genuinely so cool. Yeah. Desperately wanted normal maps that couldn't at the time, so they did every trick under their sleeve to pretend they did. Yeah. Like, that's the kind of shit that I'm talking about with, like, I'd place Insomniac on, like, a similar level of just, like, being able to take new tech and be like, how can we stretch this as far as we can, like, with what we know now, to make something that just looks, like, real good. Which is why I'm so fucking hyped for the PS, to see what they do on the PS5. Because Rift Apart already looks so insanely good. It's gonna have ray tracing and shit on everything. Well, not everything. But apparently, speaking of Rift Apart, they're gonna have 2 modes. They're gonna have a 4K 30 FPS mode, and a 1080p 60 FPS mode. Which, I don't even have a 4K TV, so I already will be doing the 1080p mode. But I probably would anyway, because it's like, I want a 60 FPS Ratchet game, and Insomniac used to say, like a few years back, they were like, yeah, we don't think we're gonna be doing 60 FPS anymore. And it's like, what? Why? They had some weird hang up with some game where they kept trying to get it to run at 60 FPS or something, and it just wouldn't cooperate, so they just swore off of it. I don't know. All of their games that run at 60 FPS are better for it. Like, I'm pretty sure this is running at 60. Think. I have no way to check. Mostly just because my stream is going to tell me, yeah, it's running at 60 because the stream is running at 60. Or it's supposed to be running at 60. Bitrate is my internet connection is definitely not going to keep it at a consistent 60, which is why you can actually, fun fact, part of the reason that I have this guy here is so you can see what the frame rate is currently while you're watching. Because if he's going at it like real fast, then you know that it's going a full 60. But if it's kind of like, you know, a little more intermittent, you know that the frame rate's dipping. So that's both for you, the viewer, and for me when I go back and rewatch VODs to see how the video came out. Because I am interested to see that. And I'm sure that whenever I get like actual wired connection, it's gonna improve like a millionfold. I walked right into that. This guy just pitches the slowest softball I've ever seen in my life, and I just like, just walk into it. Love the Pyrocitor this early. Great weapon. Honestly, I think that the Pyrocitor might be my favorite weapon in this game. Because you can quite literally go like fucking WM1 Pyro and just kind of like fuck everything up like that. Like those, I was far enough away that I didn't even get in the range of those dudes. I got in the range of one of them, but he still didn't hit me. Here's a great weapon, the Suck Cannon.
Gadgetron's suck cannon can vacuum up multiple enemies, then fire them out as high-caliber missiles. Caution, enemies must be small enough to fit inside the barrel.
So, for any fodder enemies, like little saw blade guys or like sand sharks, pop them right in, and you can use them as ammo. Pretty fun. Quinge Pywo. I don't think I used to claim that I was trying to be an engineer and medic man. At this point, it's like I don't really give a shit what I'm playing. As long as I'm feeling it in the moment, I'm good. I don't know. Sometimes I just want to play. Sometimes I just want to play like classic sniper. Like literally sniper using the classic. Sometimes I want to go fucking loose cannon it up. Other times I absolutely would never want to play Demo Man ever in my life. These things happen. Oh. Didn't know you could wall jump off of that. Also didn't know that I was close enough to do that. But as you can see there, doing a wall jump delays when you can do the glide. So watch out for that, I guess. Ratchet's fall scream is great too. frequently play Engine Pyro. My usual go-tos are pretty basic. I usually just kind of go to... Or actually, you know what? Here, the one class that I'll say I main, mostly just because it's probably my my most often played class at this point, is a Heavy. Big fan of Heavy. Like, if I'm not feeling anything else, I'm almost definitely gonna be feeling Heavy. I like point and shoot. I think I took a dump.
You sure showed him.
I suppose I did.
Is your current occupation leaving a rotten taste in your mouth? Then you need to know about BTS, Blog Tactical Research Station.
Stand BTS.
I'm Supreme Executive Chairman Drek, and we here at BTS are seeking motivated individuals to fill positions in these exciting careers. Grind boot tester, warhead assembly technician, mutant animal husbandry, robot repairman, suck cannon test dummy, and administrative assistant. So call BTS. Build our weapons while you build your future.
I'm calling BTS today.
Now we're talking. Did you see all the cool gadgets they're making? Let's go get some.
No, we must continue our search for Captain Quark.
You're absolutely right.
I am?
Sure. We need to find Quark. Although when we find him, wouldn't it be nice to be able to tell him where Chairman Drek is?
I suppose.
Well, we go to the space station and talk to the scientists. They work for Drek, so they're bound to know where he is.
I am unsure about your logic.
Ah, you think too much. Come on, let's go.
Spy is one of those classes where sometimes I'll be like, maybe I should try out some Spy today. And then I don't really do well. And I'm like, maybe I won't play Spy for like 3 years. Yeah, Spy is one of those classes where it takes too much premeditation on what you're gonna do. I just like being able to, like, hop on Heavier Soldier and just kind of, like, go forward and click. What I'm trying to say is I only play the Thinking Man's classes. Only thing is, I wish I haven't been able to fucking play in months. My fucking internet. Terrible. I don't know what this was. I think it was like I wanted to make a banging on my desk motion, but it looks more like I'm just like, you know. Eating something. You mean like a fucking penis? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Jacking a fat penis. Do I want to do the Clank section? Yeah, I'll get it over with. After playing the game so many times, Clank sections can get kind of old. Also, this is one of the simplest puzzles I've ever seen in my life. Every time I see it, I'm just kind of like, wow, they really just put that in there. The third homie? Let's see. It might just be Robo King. Which, by the way, Mr. L, if you haven't seen Robo King, you can type in !YouTube, !Twitter, !! Discord. Or you could ask him how he's doing. No sex. There you have it. He randomly pulls a classic Robo King quote. You have to specifically say, "What's up, Robo King?" Like exactly how I typed it there. There's also a 20-second. There's a 20-second cooldown on that command. Every other command, like the exclamation point, like YouTube, Twitter, Discord ones, all of those have a 30-second cooldown on them. So you can't spam them. At least not that much. Yeah, I used, fuck's it called? MIRC.
Then press and hold the X button again while in the air.
Which seems to just kind of be like its own little IRC chat thing that you can use, that you can make bots and just connect. I think you can really just use it to connect to IRC chats in general, but you're able to code your own bots with it because you can add scripts and you can like edit scripts and stuff. You can fucking connect to like the Twitch chat or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't even remember what it's called. You can connect to the Twitch chat service and then just like, you know, attribute, like put an account to it, like log into the account, give your authentication key for the account, and then just set it up like that. Pretty neat. And super easy. Like all I had to do was just watch a couple video tutorials from like 2015 and I was set. I wrote my own code, which I have done before, but also the list of quotes isn't all that long yet. I'm probably gonna like play a bit of a Katamari Forever to try and grab some more quotes from it. Because we need more. We need a big reservoir of quotes. I also wrote up some of my own, as you can see with that one.
You have just activated a Gadgetbot. To command a Gadgetbot, hold down the
I'm like not even commenting on this, because it's just kind of like nothing at this point. Or it's not really that interesting to me at the moment. Basically, Clank's entire sections boil down to collect Gadgetbots, get them to follow you, make them attack things, and figure out how to get them to the exit door. His favorite dinosaurs. I mean, I could make that a feature. I don't know how in character that would be for RoboCam, but you know. Yes, this is Pikmin. When did Pikmin come out? Did Pikmin rip this off? Clank's laugh. So good. If I could just laugh like Clank, like naturally, I would.
Using it, you can drain and fill pools. Our sensors do not detect any on this space station.
Let's look it up. Let's find out together. Pikmin release date, original, October 26th, 2001. Ratchet and Clank release date, November 4th, 2002, so almost a full year. Yeah, the little like appearing bridges and stuff, really neat in these games. I need to plug in my fucking desk light that I haven't used since probably like 2010. Hopefully it still works, because at the moment to light myself up, I just open up my iTunes window because it's almost pure white. Because as you can see, if I have anything else open, you can't see me. I'm hidden. And the reason for that is because if I change it to this, I can open up my camera software. And right now my priority on the camera is frame rate, so it's running at... It's either like a smooth 30 or a full 60, I'm not totally sure. But I can change it to exposure, which, you know, you can see me just fine now. The colors are probably a bit better, but, you know, not nearly as smooth. Like, this is very obviously like 30 to 20 FPS. Whereas if I bump it over to frame rate, you know, all I need is a good light on me and we're good. Which is why I have this. Did it really rip it off if it did it better?
And I found this.
Hey, cool. It's a, what is it?
A hydro displacer.
Yeah, I guess.
Great.
I guess it says something about Pikmin when the Pikmin ripoff part is the worst part of the game. Makes you think, huh? Pikmin actually bad? Confirmed?
This shuttle has an autopilot which will take you to a decommissioned Blarg.
Yes. I'm going to the Blarg warship. It's been decommissioned. Oh, you want to see something else, actually? I just remembered with my camera software. Check this out. What's good, homie? Can make myself classic. Can make myself blown out if I ever really wanted to do that for some reason. Which one am I on? I'm playing the first game. My plan is just to go through the entire series. I've played almost all of them already. Like, I've played the entire original series, but I'm just like, you know what? I want to stream these, because they're fun. I don't know how far I'm gonna... Never played the side ones. Yeah, the side ones are good. The ones that I have played are, I guess I've only really played one side one, which is, Deadlocked. Which, yeah, that's not the best game, but it's not the worst either. I enjoyed it for what it was. And yeah, the PS5 game looks absolutely incredible. I'm super fucking hyped for that. Which is honestly part of the reason why I really wanna play through all of these, because I want to catch myself up, especially on the games that I haven't played, or haven't played in a long time. Felt more like a Trails type game. Trials, yeah. Yeah, it was like just super linear, which none of the other games were, or have been really, as far as I know. Which it's like, I wasn't a big fan of that, but it's also like, you know, the gameplay itself was still fun enough that I was able to just be like, eh, I'll just blast through some enemies. This is a good enough time, I guess. Just press the big shiny button.
Thank you for selecting our automated self-destruct feature. Vessel annihilation sequence initiated. Please remove all personal belongings.
Oh man, I have a whole 40 seconds? That's terrible.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. This vessel will self-destruct. Boom. In a matter of seconds. Please evacuate.
I always liked how you don't actually have to go grab the infobot. Like, they're like, alright, people might fuck this up and miss the infobot, so let's just cut it off right there. The audio just cut out for a second?
This is Darla Gratch reporting live from Blackwater City. We've just learned that Captain Quark will be presenting the grand prize at the Intergalactic Hoverboard Championship, which will be held here over the next few days. In related news, this planet has recently been suffering from an infestation of strange amoeboid creatures. The city's administration has assured this reporter that every step has been taken to eradicate these nuisances. Darla Gratch, Channel 2 News.
Did you see that?
Yes, I hope that poor woman is all right.
She's fine, I think. I was talking about the hoverboard races.
I like how an infobot about fucking hoverboard races was on a decommissioned warship. Alright. You see that clutch jump? Love these little frog guys. Those guys there, they're one of those enemies that I was talking about where if you get too close to them, they just slap you with their gun, with the melee. But you can also just fire at them from a safe enough distance. You see that though? His like wave along the floor raised up. His wave along the floor raised up as his model raised up, like when he got hit. Spicy goodness like a boss, god damn it. Oh, this is a good ass room. You got 3 dudes in the boxes. And then you can just go around with the pyrociter, because you're gonna get all the ammo back. At least most of it. Oop, almost just fell off there. Do I need those? Yes. I don't really know why I just picked those off, because I was gonna have to go over there anyway, but did it. Oops. Making a big series of stupid decisions there. I've never been able to do it, but there's actually, you can crash the game with in this room here, at least on the PS2 version, where you can use the bomb glove because, you know, there's, you have to wait for the arc of the bomb and it to land for it to explode. You can blow it up on that thing. Like, you can toss it over here and then really quick, like, whip over and toss it at that. And so during the cutscene where this guy gets released, it gets interrupted by the cutscene where this guy gets released, and then, like, either soft locks or crashes the game completely. I don't really remember. It does something. I'm not skilled enough for it though, so I won't try it. Honestly, I don't really think that there are any bugs that I am really... Actually, no. No, there's one that I can do. At least that I remember right now. But that won't be until, like, quite a bit later. I'm gonna need two weapons that I won't get until later in the game to be able to do it. This is one of them, actually. Taunter. It is almost completely useless because all it's used for is you go like this, and then all the enemies come after you. Which, you know, isn't always a good thing. Such as right now. You lose like 3 health. 2 health, whatever. There are some... Can you do blue Pikmin early? I don't know. Probably not. There's a not all that hidden gold bolt. I can find that. And something else the Taunter is actually... That's the suck cannon. Something else the Taunter is pretty good for is breaking boxes. Which I never really even knew it could do because I never used it up until recently for exploits in order to get trophies in this version of the game. Because, you know, I have 16,906 bolts there. And that's, like, I haven't really spent any bolts in the past couple planets. So... it's pretty damn hard to, like, really grind for bolts in this game. Like, in the later games, like 2 and 3, you can get bolts, you can get, like, a couple million just by, like, playing through the game. But the way the bolts scale in this one, that's not really a thing, and you never really need that. Like, the most expensive thing in the game really is like 100,000, at least in like the base thing. But there's one of the trophies in this ported version of the first game where you need to get 1,000,000 bolts for the achievement, and I did that. It took me 8 or so hours. Actually, during my first stream, where I played the original Katamari, I had this on in the background the whole time. Like, I was already 3 hours in, and that stream was about 5 hours, so it kind of worked out perfectly. Because I needed to stand in a certain area with a respawning crate with the taunter. Like, I just waited something on the circle button and just left this to run for 8 hours. And, yeah. I got the trophy, though. Luckily, 100%ing, like, getting the platinum on, the other two games isn't gonna be nearly as tedious as that. Also, I'm gonna get a skill point here, even though I absolutely do not need to. Especially because I didn't remember how to do this just a moment ago, as you can see. Where you get an achievement, or a skill point, for beating this fight without using anything but the wrench. Oh, fuck off. Forgot that you have to come all the way back here because of that. Damn it. Actually, no. Suck can. Suck up these bitches. Bitch don't know nothing about my suck. I just remembered reading your message about Pikmin there. When is that Pikmin 3 remaster coming out? Or not remaster, just Switch release. Or did they not even give a date? I don't even know. Well, this time doing this fight, I actually know what to do. Also, I really like the little icon down in the health bar there. Really big fan of that. Over here, motherfucker. Quit sending your army of fucking cronies at me. What? I hate those things. They always reach you when you really don't need them to. Like that. Better not hit me again. This is one of the things that I do not like about this game specifically. Which is not being able to look at things to like strafe around and aim at things behind you. Like if something's chasing you, like, which is why I hate those long neck things. Because they just follow you. And if you turn around, you have to turn around and look at them. You can't back up and shoot. You have to fight face to face with them, which puts you at a very great disadvantage. Also, right side of the screen, that's the oxygen meter. I don't know why that's there. It's only half on the screen, too. Like that, I don't know why that's there. More fucking frogs.
Thought I was a goner this time. Some nano-wit in genetics must have left the cages open again.
You could come down now.
Honestly, a gadget engineer deserves a bit more respect, if you ask me.
So, you are an inventor.
Gadget engineer. I create revolutionary devices for Executive Chairman Drek. For instance, Viola.
My soon-to-be patented grind boots. Look, I need to get out of here so I can find a new job. How about I sell you these at cost?
Sell? After we just saved your scrawny butt?
All right. I'll give you the employee discount, too. Well, thanks. I'm gonna get out of here while I still can.
You've got the grind boots. Grind boots let you travel on rails like this. Just jump onto the rail and grind.
Jump onto the rail and grind. Hi, Flood Nozzles 64. How's it going? Playing a bit of the rack. Never noticed that. You can just hit the wall there. Oh no. I've played through the original 3 games plenty of times. I actually 100%ed this one specifically twice. Once on PS2 and then on this one, PS3. I still haven't done the 100. I haven't 100%ed the second 2 games or deadlocked on PS3 yet, but I did on PS2 like a year ago. And I'll do it again. Where do I need to go? Okay. I think I'll probably... Maybe I'll do the sewer segment of this and then cut it off there. Because it'll be like 3 hours. I don't know. Thought I just walked right into the water for a sec. Yeah, that way goes to the Skidman Park stuff. Oh yeah, that's part of the reason why I wanted to stream these. Oh, wasn't paying attention there. Am I not gonna get eaten? Okay. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to, because I wanted a good excuse to play through the games that I either haven't in a long time, which is mostly just the PS3 games, or the ones that I haven't played at all, which is most of the PS3 games. Because I played Tools of Destruction and All for One, so I need to catch up on Crack in Time, Into the Nexus, and Quest for Booty. Alright, Mr. L. See you next time. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Right. Gotta break these. Got that air meter on the side, that's gotta just be a bug with porting this to widescreen. Because that's probably in the PS2 version. Wait, what am I doing? There's absolutely no reason to drop that water level. Yeah, because PS2 version, obviously 4:3 rather than widescreen. Makes sense that they just hide things off screen. Alright, yeah. Go in here, break the grate, and hop back out. Man, I feel like naked without the without the hydro pack. Always feels weird playing this game without all the quality of life stuff that the later ones had, because it was missing from this. Meant to throw the wrench there. Not that way. Not that way. That way. Right. This part. Hopefully I don't fuck it up. I might though. No promises. My personal favorite, I think, is Up Your Arsenal. Mostly just because I think it has the tightest gameplay of the originals. I know a lot of people debate on whether 2 or going Commando or Up Your Arsenal are better, but I think that just like how well put together the gameplay is in Up Your Arsenal edges it out for me. Or how good the gameplay feels, I guess, is probably a better way to put that.
Hey, press conference is over. Captain Quark don't want no more reporters bugging him in his trailer.
Oh, you see, my friend and I need to speak to the captain about a matter of galactic security.
You mean you and your walking camera? You paparazzi make me sick. Now beat it!
But, sir, I'm sure the Captain Quark will understand once we...
Now, save it. I know how it works. You convince me to let you in, you snap a picture of the captain in his underpants, then you sell a picture to the info tabloid for $1 million bolts!
You've got it all wrong!
Meanwhile, I'm stuck here making 6 bolts an hour, and I have to listen to a lecture from that cheapskate Quark. So you don't get in unless I get a kickback. In advance. You see how it works? You grease the hinges, the door opens.
Captain Quark?
What's that?
It's Ratchet and Clank, Captain. You know, from the hub.
Oh, yes, I know who you are.
You do?
Yes, and thank the galaxy you found me.
Huh?
There's an awful plot being hatched to destroy our planets.
Ratchet, he knows.
Great. Does that mean we can go hoverboarding now?
My friends, we're all in grave danger, and I believe that together we can put a stop to this madness.
Together? You mean
Little
you
sound
want
effect
our
there.
help?
Look, Ratchet, I've been keeping an eye on you. I've never seen anyone with such raw talent. You are a true hero in the making.
Really? You mean I could be famous?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, here, take this.
What makes one man toil in obscurity while another becomes a hero? Is it strength, compassion, determination, or just pure blind luck? Wise men through the ages have struggled with that very question, but Captain Quark knows the secret. That's why he's been able to defeat more despots, rescue more damsels in distress, and save more civilizations than any other hero in the galaxy. Now is your opportunity to see if you've got the stuff heroes are made of. This infobot contains coordinates to Quark's secret base. Can you quickly conquer Quark's killer cannonade of confounded contraptions? Can you quickly, can you quickly quit? Oh, just make your way through the defenses to the center of the base. Prove yourself, learn the secret, and earn your place in galactic history. Consult your doctor before attempting any strenuous exercise. Not responsible for death or dismemberment. Your results may vary.
Meet me at my headquarters.
Hey, Captain Ratchet, what do you think?
We won't fail you, sir. We promise.
Fuck these guys up real quick. And head back to the ship. Returns with spicy noodles. Well, I'm sorry to inform you that I'm about to end it. So what I decided to do was head on to a fucking planet of this real guy and do the sewer part and save the other part, because there's something really funny that I want more people around to see for the other part of real guy. And it's also been like 3 hours. And I'll still be around though. I'm not going to fucking sleep yet. Should actually check the Gadgetron thing here, see if there's anything new.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Mind glove.
Oh, that's it.
No thanks. No thank you. Options. Save. Yes, this one. I do always forget that this game auto saves as much as it does. Oh yeah. Mind Glove and Glove of Doom in this game are not worth it. Having those in a game where you can't just where you aren't able to just like upgrade your weapons by using them. No, thank you. Goddamn. It feels weird that it's only been 3 hours, but I feel like, oh man, wow, stand up. Fucking old. Disgusting. Let's have a bit of music. I didn't show these last two things that I can do with my webcam. Well, 3 things I did. I make myself like weirdly split. I think that's like the 3 like RGB channels. I assume. I think that's what it is. Kind of cool looking. Make myself blue. Make myself warm. That's good. Glad your noodles are spicy. Let's get bulbous. Ready to get bulbous. Massive. You don't even know who you're dealing with. Gigantic. Back for the end screen. Nice. Yeah. If anybody's interested in purchasing a Big Al's Robo Shack shirt, you can find that on I guess just look up Smitty McGrott's Meat on like Redbubble. You'll probably find it. Or just look up Big Al's RoboShack shirt, Ratchet and Clank, on Redbubble. You'll probably also find that. I don't get any money from it. It's pro bono. Where'd Phone Bird go? Oh, right. I forgot. I moved it off of my, because at first I just had it on the desktop. But I was like, if I want to have this on the end screen, I should probably put it in the stream folder so that it doesn't, like, get moved. Where is this? Cool Bird. There you go. My fucking legs hurt. It's terrible. Yeah. That's the end of the stream, though. Thanks for coming, everybody. I was honestly surprised how many people I've never seen just kind of popped in. Which I guess makes sense. Ratchet and Clank is a bit more mainstream than most of the stuff I've done, so as of late. Yeah. See you later. Thanks for popping in. Sorry you came in at like the end, Flood Nozzle. But I might continue this tomorrow. If not, it'll be either Friday or the weekend. Because my general schedule that I try to keep, big emphasis on try, is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then weekend is kind of up in the air. It could be Saturday, it could be Sunday, it could be both, it could be neither. And then like Tuesday and Thursday are just kind of like, if I feel like it, I'll pop one in. But yeah, Fridays. So Thursday, tomorrow, maybe, if I'm feeling it. Friday is either going to be this, Earthbound, or Doom 2. I got too much shit. I got too much shit to play. Bit off as much as I can chew. I won't say more than I can chew, because I can absolutely blow this. Don't even doubt me for a second. Yeah, I've dragged this on for a while. Alright. Have a good night, everybody. See you around. Before I go, actually, something that I hate. So I have the RTX voice thing on so that you can't hear the fan in my background. Oh yeah, of course, I still have to play Pikmin 2. How could I have forgotten the classic game Pikmin 2 that I absolutely am going to play 100%. But since I have the RTX voice thing on so that you can't hear the fan in the background, it detects, it might just be because it's similar enough to the fan sound that it gets rid of it, but I'm not totally sure. If I try to do a fart sound, it just comes out like this. Like, I don't know if that came out like an actual fart sound effect, because when I've listened back to when I try to do fart sounds, it just kind of like sounds like I'm blowing into the microphone. Doesn't sound right. Comedy, gone. Pretty proper loud fart. Okay. I'm glad that one went through though. In fact, poggers. Had that comedic cold back to the arsenal. Yeah. Like, I talked about it before. Or actually, I don't even think I talked about it with you guys. I think I was talking to that with one of my other friends. This whole stream thing that I have, because the webcam that I bought came with its own software, which is what I'm using for this, because if I just took the footage straight from the webcam, it would be like kind of, I think it would be like this big, rather than being a full 16:9. But it has its own, like, obviously it has all this junk, but it tries to tout itself as like its own streaming service, almost. Not service, but like its own streaming software. Like, you can make a text overlay. You can make it have different fonts. Hoggers. You did miss Smitty's stream. We're at the end. I might, as I've been saying, I might be back tomorrow for more of this. Maybe not. But yeah, like I can make like scene transitions. I can make a border for some reason. If I really wanted to. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why you would use a webcam software to stream, because the only thing you could possibly stream out of it is a webcam. Sorry for dropping. Yeah, you get to see the last 30 seconds. Congratulations. You get to see me fuck around with my webcam software, so I have just a very fancy Hoggers. Uh-oh. Scan complete. One or more threats detected. I gotta go deal with that, guys. I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta deal with these threats. E-girl webcam. No, it isn't high enough quality. I'd need like a 4K camera for that to be an e-girl webcam. Yeah. As I've already said like 3 times, I'm dragging this on. See you later.